Have you ever watched someone defend a political position that flatly contradicts something they said last week? Or maybe you have caught yourself doing the same. We tend to think contradiction happens because people are uninformed or irrational, but the real explanation is deeper. Once we attach ourselves to a group or a team, our brain stops evaluating information the same way. Loyalty reshapes perception. Evidence that conflicts with the group becomes invisible. And what is interesting is that very smart people are not immune. In some cases, intelligence makes the problem worse. Today, I want to break down why humans overlook contradiction once they feel aligned with a team. You see, once people affiliate with a group, political party, or movement, the group becomes part of their identity. Identity is powerful because the brain now treats criticism of the group as criticism of the self.
When identity gets involved, evidence starts getting sorted into only two categories: safe or threatening. Contradictions that threaten identity are filtered out before we even recognize them as contradictions. Cognitive scientists call this motivated reasoning. We are not reasoning to discover what is true, we are reasoning to protect who we think we are.
Have you ever noticed yourself defending a viewpoint harder when someone challenges it? Humans are social primates. In most of our evolutionary history, loyalty kept us alive.
If you pushed back against the tribe too often, you were rejected, and you lost protection. Today, that same instinct shows up in online communities and political parties.
So people stop asking, does this claim make sense? They start asking instead, does this claim help my side? This is why the exact same behavior is condemned in an out-group but forgiven in an in-group. They are not doing this purposefully. They are truly unable to see the inconsistency when placed in different contexts. Loyalty creates a double standard that feels natural from the inside.
The brain uses shortcuts to handle complexity. These shortcuts are efficient but imperfect. Once we choose a team, the mind builds a narrative where the team is consistent, even when it is not.
As a consequence, contradictions get patched over automatically. Psychologists call this narrative smoothing. It is not intentional dishonesty. It is an unconscious attempt to maintain a coherent story. This is why contradictions are obvious to outsiders, but invisible to insiders. The narrative carries more weight than the evidence.
In the age of generative AI, contradictions can be amplified. AI tools produce fluent, confident answers that appear authoritative. This is a key reason we need what I call AI-Epistemic resilience. We need habits that help us verify claims, stay humble, adapt our reasoning, and reflect on how AI influences our thinking.
The good news is that contradiction blindness is not permanent. It is a cognitive habit, and habits can change. There are 4 practices that consistently help. First, verification. Do not rely on a single source or your group's internal narrative. Check facts across independent anchors.
Second, epistemic humility. Hold the awareness that you could be wrong, or at least incomplete. Third, adaptive reasoning. Be willing to revise your stance when better evidence emerges. Fourth, metacognition. Reflect on your own thinking. This allows you to step back and watch how your identity and your alliances influence your interpretations.
When these 4 practices work together, you can support your group without becoming captive to it. Loyalty becomes thoughtful instead of blind. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who cares about building a more resilient and thoughtful society in the age of AI. And let me know in the comments, have you ever caught yourself missing a contradiction because you were rooting for a side?
Teams give us belonging, but they also give us blind spots. When we understand why that happens, we can stay loyal to our communities without sacrificing clarity.
The goal is not to abandon our groups. The goal is to think more freely while being part of them.